If you are a fan of rare, classic and vintage cars, you might be familiar with Legendary Motorcars that aired on Motor Trend. The show featured Peter and Gary Klutt, with their expert team at the Legendary Motorcar Company, who shared their knowledge of buying, selling, and restoring rare classic, muscle, and vintage cars. The show became a massive hit, as seen by its 8.9 rating on IMDb. But despite its success, the show was cancelled after its last episode, that aired back in 2019, leaving many wondering what happened to the show. Well, we have all the details you need to know about Legendary Motorcars and its host, Peter Klutt, so stay with us till the end. Well, Peter Klutt, a guy from Canada, is the sole man behind Legendary Motorcar. It all started when he was 15 years old, when he restored his first car, a 1971 Mark I Mustang. Although it was a modest restoration attempt, he sold the car for a hefty sum, which further sparked his interest in cars and restoration. Klutt's love for cars led him to establish Legendary Motorcar in a car-and-a-half garage in 1985, which was later expanded to a larger 2,000 square foot space. Since then, the shop has become one of North America's premier collector auto restoration and resale shops, restoring about a dozen classics annually, and selling hundreds more. As mentioned earlier, Peter Klutt is not just a restorer, but also a pro racer, who has won several championships since he started racing in 1995. Well, Peter's expertise in collectible and classic cars has been showcased not only through his business, but also on television. He began his career as a co-host on the classic car restoration series on Speed Vision during the early days of automotive TV. 3 years later, he and Tom Nattew founded Muscle Car Productions. Together, they produced 11 seasons of Dream Car Garage, 3 seasons of Sports Car Revolution, as well as Muscle Car and Supercar Shootout series, and several one-off specials that were aired on Speed TV. Sadly, Tom passed away, and Peter, along with his son Gary, started the Legendary Motorcar TV series, sharing their passion for cars with an audience. The father-son duo showcased their work with vintage and classic cars at the Legendary Motorcar Company facility alongside their crew, Chris Simon, Teddy Craig, and Mike Curley. They displayed various aspects of classic car restoration, high-end vehicle sales, and exotic car appraisals. Over the years, the show became a fan favorite, with viewers tuning in to watch Peter and Gary work their magic on some of the rarest and most valuable cars in the world. From a 1966 GT40 PR and 1970 Hemi Cuda convertible to a Bob Johnson race Cobra, the Klutts and their team of experts restored some of the most iconic cars in automotive history. So, what happened to the show? The truth is, the world of television is ever-changing, and sometimes even the most beloved shows must come to an end. But for Peter, Gary, Ryan, and Legendary Motorcar, the end of the show was merely a new beginning. It allowed them to shift to YouTube, where they can share their work with a broader and diverse audience. On the channel, they make weekly videos, focusing on what they love most, bringing classic cars back to life, and sharing their passion with fellow car enthusiasts around the world. And yes, the shop is still in operation. With over 35 years of experience in the field, they have been restoring about a dozen classic cars each year, and selling hundreds more. Their team of experts works on various makes and models, ensuring top-quality restorations. The shop, which now sits on 20 acres in Halton Hills, has come a long way from the driveway, where Peter did his initial slapdash restoration. Well, Peter Klutt himself has a personal list of collectible and classic cars. Throughout his career, Klutt has owned thousands of cars and continues to pursue his passion for unique vehicles. However, he reflects on missed opportunities, emphasizing that there are cars he wishes he had bought 30 years ago. Well, we will have a look at his personal car collection, shop history, and romantic life in some other videos. So that's it for today. What are your thoughts on Peter and Gary and their Legendary Motorcar? Share them in the comments section. Until next time, goodbye.